It was up. I just made it to my apartment. A lot of things have been sounding far-fetched. I'm not trying to be like those dudes, but it's the concept of having proof to back what you're saying up. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a book called Ancient Rome, People and Places. And this page 30. Like I read the hell out of books. You know what I'm saying? And where I got my finger at, and that's where I say where persecution from authorities drove the Jews underground. And it's the chapter of Rome, the Christian city. This is a book I got from Barnes and Nobles like a while back. And I'm not trying to be like those dudes, but see, I like history and I understand history. And you put things together. And I was watching these lectures. It'd be like because it confused me because the people I grew up with praised Malcolm and Farrakhan and Martin Luther King and shit. Like down here in New Orleans, they celebrate Martin Luther King birthday, have parades and shit. You know, there's some Happy Birthday with Stevie Wonder. Uh, they celebrate it all over the country, but down here they be having parades and shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of stuff going on, so I mean, I ain't trying to be no thug against them, but well, be conscious. Like, there's a lot of things like the right side of your brain. Black people are right side of the brain thinkers, and you destroy for the lack of knowledge. So that's why black people go through what they go through, because it's hard for them to believe and conceive like what's going on in the reality of the slavery situation. They have a term, the winner writes the history. The winner of the war writes the history. You know what I'm saying? And like you read the book of Judges, like Judges 3 and 2 said, and the Lord test Israel and put them in that situation that they may learn war. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about assassinating the president. I'm not talking about blowing things up. Gotta put things in perspective. I'm not trying to confuse people either, but that'd be like the situation they come to. But I'm not the one to bring it about. So I'm not trying to raise a flag with Homeland Security and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand those things because, man, you have to really pay attention to the New Testament of the Bible. Like, Jesus was a Jew. What the fuck is a Jew? You black, you're not conscious. Like, Jesus white. God white, and Jesus white, and the Jews white. You be indoctrinated. Like, Just not the average, typical. The average black person is not gonna figure it out, especially like if you're really young. So if they try to set you up to make you look like Christopher Columbus, if Christ came back to try to make him look like Christopher Columbus or something, or he's so real nobody don't care about him, and that's what things he'll do because everyone's against him and like to be mad with him. All bullshit. Because first of all, he already died for the people. Like he already died for them. Like he showed them how they was going to die. Christ died in 33 AD. Destruction of Jerusalem was in 70 AD. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible said, like the Apostle Paul said, prove all things. The Apostle Paul died in 67 AD. 67 AD. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I done seen that a Malcolm X lecture I posted a few minutes ago. Who taught you how to hate yourself? Everybody punish you? I'm joking, but you know what I'm saying? Like y'all God's people. Like how did you? Michael Jordan hate himself. Deion Sanders hate himself. Jay-Z hate himself. Beyonce hate herself. To the extent that you bleach to get like Michael Jackson hate himself. Jackson 5 hate himself. I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And to be real with you, so it's like those dudes posing as disciples of the New Testament. The dudes you see on the street, it's like that's how they pose it, as the disciples of the New Testament. They don't get it. And it's so self-incriminating. Like Deuteronomy 76. And my people are a special treasure. LeBron James hate himself. Barack Obama hated it. Like you're so gifted. Like these people are so gifted and so talented. So how could you get them to hate themselves? You know what I'm saying? They have them crazy. They have a bunch of people that betray them to the enemies, and be under the spell, be indoctrinated. The word doctrine comes from a set of principles or a belief system. So, and then you got Romans, the Romans chapter 8, when the Apostle Paul said, I bear witness, these people have a zeal for God. Like, so that means you the people of God. So that means you the people of God, and they lying to you, telling you you're not the people of God. But yet, you still religious and still at the church. Still go to church. Worshiping words and song, like Moses told y'all not to do. I feel very sorry for like the betrayers of these people. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, see, that's my cry. That's my situation, because like the book of Isaiah said, these people are cursed. Oh, scary ass. Like, you crazy. You don't have no knowledge. God say you will be scary. God say in the book of Leviticus that you will flee when no one pursue you. A hard breeze, the sound of shaking leaves at nighttime, the hard winds will frighten you because you have no knowledge. And they have a phrase that people feel what they don't understand. So, like, this is very mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very mind-boggling. You see all these people, celebrities, entertainers, of people from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, y'all are people. Like, what Paul was saying was true to the extent, like, all things are symbolic. But he followed Christ more than anyone. He studied Christ more than anyone. He learned how Christ taught more than anyone. So he could have been zealous or a betrayer, but you had to seek into history to find that out. But like I was saying before, like earlier, like, you know what I'm saying. I don't know how, like, you hate your own people. I don't know how you know what I'm saying. A lot of, like, because first of all, people don't realize that real niggas be having, like, they be real gifted, they be real smart, they be real talented. The people be obsessed with them. Not too many real niggas you know don't have no women or friends. But I'm one of those people. I don't know why, but according to the book of Sirach, you know what I'm saying, the Bible says you're not supposed to say you don't have no friends. The Bible says you're not supposed to see people. Nobody don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the Apocrypha. That's a part of the Bible. But in 1975, the Apocrypha was taken out of the Bible. Like, before civil rights, like, black people in slavery, they was into church. They knew they was, you know what I'm saying? Because they was going through hell. So, like, you had songs, sweet low swing chariot, sweet chariots, things that vexed them. They, you know what I'm saying? So they was into the word. Like I was saying about the other video, when I say about that book about the Judas factor. Like, all men, all black men throughout this enslavement had a Judas. Nat Turner had a Judas. Denmark Vesey. All of them had a Judas. That's why I call it Judas factor. And as men, I don't see how you be able to betray your people to the enemies. Like, black women are the finest women on earth. They swagged out. They what they'll do you sexually, like, it's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? But finest women on earth. And so I don't know, like, as far as black men, like, how could you hate? See, and that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? And it be certain people that that stir up the people amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? It be other people that like princes, princes and princesses and all that stuff. But a lot of them people be gays and lesbians. So it's easy for them to stir them up. So y'all God's people. So it's easy to confuse y'all because y'all be crazy. You know what I'm saying? The betrayers of y'all, the betrayers of the slaves of America and the whole world, amongst these people, they have like knowledge going back from the beginning of time. Like they're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how could you say that? Talking about the Israelites. It's a very interesting topic to me because not the root word, but the main word in it is real. Like, how could you hate real niggas and brag about who you is as a people, and at the same time bragging how you kill those type of people? Like, how's that possible? There's 7 billion people on Earth. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of black women. There's a lot of fine black women. A lot of, you know what I'm saying? Single black women. A lot of women, black women, you could choose from. You know what I'm saying? And like, what's the beef? Like, what's your purpose? I don't. Like, what's your purpose of trying to turn someone out? Or turn another black man out? Like, all these single black women. All, like, you know what I'm saying? Multiple kids, and they be living with their mothers and families, and how could you turn out any black man? Like, what's your purpose of turning out any black man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you black, the right side of your brain. Black people are right side of the brain thinkers. They're like, that's right. You over here. That's what they talk about. When they say you over here, that's their way of calling you a nigga. I mean, you die. You know what I'm saying? Like, because being black alone, you have to stress yourself out a lot. So I don't know, like, you don't like nobody to play with you and all this shit. But that's what they're trying to do to me. You know what I'm saying? So they learn how I think. They learn how you think and try to do it to you to make themselves look realer than you. They try to sneak you and beat you to the punch. You know what I'm saying? But they conscience be so guilty. They be so fucking lame. They'll try, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to learn how you think. Like, they be so, you don't be conscious, but they be so fucking lame. They conscious be so guilty. So they learn how you think, so they assume, like, how you would kill them. That's how they'll try to kill you. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. You understand the teachings of Christ. That Christ was a carpenter, so he was into building. So he understood how to build a house. Even in the Old Testament, it called it what? The house of Israel. So it's like so he had parables and symbolic teachings and be like, a house divided cannot stand. So you have the real niggas and so-called bitch-ass niggas of these real niggas. These so-called bitch-ass niggas will be follows and underlings to these so-called real niggas. So the house divided. So the real niggas, they turn out, make kill yourself, kill, and all this stuff. They're not supposed to be doing that too, because they be really like righteous people. And the bitch ass niggas that they real niggas kill, they're not supposed to be killing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, it be them. So, for example, if Christ was to come back today, they're gonna keep him stupid and learn how you think and kill everybody that they assume that it will help kill them. They assume. But they conscious be so guilty. Like, you don't be conscious, so you don't even much know what they did. So that's why I call it. That's why I say the conscious be guilty. Like, you don't be conscious, you don't even much know what they did. You know what I'm saying? So the real niggas and all this stuff, like I'm saying, is divided. Like Christ said, the house divided cannot stand because you have no foundation. A house is built on the foundation from the ground up. So he spoke in parables and symbology. So he understood. So he understood. You feel what I'm saying? And then I like the Apostle Paul. Hey, are you the Egyptian? Hey, no, I'm a Jew. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about that situation? The scribes, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the chief priests, and the elders. The Pharisees was into a religion that date back to Egypt. They called Phariseeism during that time. So there was an Egyptian religion dating back to Egypt. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why they asked Paul, you know, he said, hey, no, I'm a son of a Pharisee. I'm a Jew, but I was raised a Pharisee, this and that, this and that. But the Pharisees was people that was worshiping wood and stone. It was Jews that was worshiping wood and stone and into religions that Moses told them not to worship. And these was the leaders of the Jews during the time of Christ. Chief priests, scribes. Phariseeism come, the word Pharisee come from Phariseeism. That was a religion dating back to Egypt, like during that time. That's what it was called, according to that time. You know, in modern day hip talk, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. That's why he called him Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person was religious, was a Jew, but ain't you the Egyptian? But before Paul probably discovered this person, Christ, he probably was trying to be funny and trying to be stupid ass niggas and probably see things out of turn, out of mockery and hatred for his people. Before he got the chance to study the master teacher of Christ, whatever the case may be. Hey, ain't you the Egyptian? So guess what? Paul probably was going around telling people he was Egyptian. And everyone knew the Egyptian enslaved God's people. You know what I'm saying? And like they said, Stephen was one of Christ's most zealous martyrs. There's been a lot of game too, because you gotta understand how people think. Because they keep you stupid and not how you think. That's what, like, the problem with these people, the problem they had, it went back to Moses. Because all they do is what? They learn how you think and show you how you think. It be, because your purpose of being born, of Christ or Moses being born to these people, it'd be a point at your enemy situation. But they point at you. That's how guilty their conscience is. So don't be surprised if they cut Moses' seed line. Because like Aaron and the problem Christ had with Judas and disciples and chief priests, and Moses had the same problem with Aaron and Miriam. You know what I'm saying? So you don't be surprised. They probably cut Moses' seed line. Because these people like to show that they're smart. It's 2021. And these people will still like to show that they're smart. They study you and learn how you think while you're not conscious. A lot of situations they create. And this and that, after they take your confidence, they put you in a situation to make the predictions and scenario, create predictions and scenarios. So the things you say and do to make themselves look smart. It's 2021, so just imagine during the time of Moses. You know what I'm saying? Like Moses was one person. Christ was one person. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a lot of guilty conscious people that stir up the people and turn the people against you. Don't be surprised if they cut Moses' seed line. You know what I'm saying? Because out of their hatred and jealousy and envy, and they feel some type of way of those people, they keep them stupid so they can learn how they think. So they can be realer or smarter because they have fucked up intentions. And they have purposes and agenda. So don't be surprised if they, Aaron and Miriam stirred up the people to cut Moses' seed line off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look what black people do today. So just imagine beyond Christ. Like, time of Christ was 2,000 years ago. The time of Moses was 2,000 to 4,000 years before that. So it was worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these people got a lot of bullshit with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, black women are the finest women on earth. What you want another man for? You trying to kill you down there killing people how Moses and Christ, according to your understanding of how they would think. But that's how they be killing you. Like, you kill a person in front of the whole world. That means you understand the teachings of Moses. That means you understand the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. King Solomon and the teachings of Christ. That means you have light on awkwardness. Or what not to do. Or what to do and what not to do. Or what to say and what not to say. How could you be killing people on Facebook in front of the whole world, and you gonna kill yourself or that person if you can't play with them? So automatically playing with them, making them feel, that's like you like to make people feel awkward. So how could you have light on awkwardness to knock out awkwardness? You killing people on Facebook with another man's wife standing next to you? Unreal.